Hello, and welcome to GaijinPot. We received a few questions about general salary expectations, but especially for IT or bilingual roles in Japan. Naturally, the salary a job can offer is a huge part in deciding whether or not you're interested in that job. We all need to cover our monthly bills, rent, and internet connection. In Japan, it's culturally most common to talk about salary as an annual income. Part of the reason why is that many Japanese companies have an annual winter or biannual summer bonus paycheck, which would be difficult to include in a monthly salary description. So keep in mind, if you see that a salary is advertised as annual, you should know your monthly take-home pay may not be as simple as dividing that annual salary by 12 months. We'll give our perspectives on more of this in just a minute, but first, have you made your resume searchable by employers on GaijinPot Jobs yet? The downside is you may get some emails you're not interested in. So just deactivate it when you're happy with your job. But some employers have the ability to search for specific criteria, or maybe a keyword like computer science. And an anonymized preview of your resume will be shown, allowing them to decide if they'd like to invite you to apply for their job posting. If you agree and accept their invitation, that'll be shown in your application history, and it will help the employer remember that they invited you. You can make that change under your My Resumes tab on GaijinPot Jobs. Underneath the title of every completed resume is a toggle switch to have only one resume searchable at a time. So, back to the topic of salary. Even if you're not an English teacher, you should know that because it is such a common job for foreigners, that it has an overall positive impact on many other jobs. English teachers have for many years now joked about golden handcuffs in terms of the established entry-level salary for English teachers in Japan. Compared to other entry-level salaries, it's a little high, but it's also pretty difficult to get a pay raise. English teaching has now set the bar for most of the jobs on GaijinPot that seek foreign workers. Golden handcuffs means that the typical salary for English teaching is high enough to prevent you from taking other jobs which you might even enjoy, like working at a restaurant or a storefront. But this typical salary is also established enough to make it difficult for English teachers to obtain a higher salary. For many years now, English teachers have received the nearly standardized salary of 250,000 yen a month, which is 3 million yen annually. Of course, this may be higher or lower based on the prefecture and the responsibilities of the role, but it's pretty rare that you can negotiate your salary for English teaching, even if you have certifications. So if you are an established educator, you're better off applying for schools that advertise to pay more, rather than trying to negotiate your way to a higher salary. So, the next foothold to earning more would be having high-level Japanese ability. Naturally, that opens the doors to a larger variety of jobs that you can do. But it should also raise the salary you can expect and breaks those golden handcuffs. Although perhaps not for English teaching directly. I believe bilinguals doing a job that requires their Japanese skill should try not to accept anything less than 280,000 yen a month, unless it's a job you love or you're trying to build up some professional experience in a new industry. But around 300,000 yen would be considered average for foreigners with strong Japanese language skills and experience in that role, something like bilingual customer support, for example. However, many jobs like localization and translation simply cannot pay you that much because these agencies are also highly dependent on the sale of their next big contract. Speaking of sales, being closer to the money and a company's source of income is a surefire way to earn a bigger paycheck. Just as the castle chef can eat the same food as the king, companies often think of salespeople as paying their own wages because they bring money into the company. Jobs in sales or perhaps as a recruitment consultant will often have a commission structure to reward and encourage your financial success for the company. And this makes these jobs an excellent way for foreigners to earn a higher salary in Japan. The elephant in the room are the highly specialized roles, say in IT, engineering, finance, or production. If you've got the skills for that hot new programming language, and hopefully Japanese language ability too, the starting salary should be around 400,000 yen, unless you're just right out of school and still untested by the professional world. On a final note, there's also this perception in Japan that foreign workers can be cheap labor, which does not make sense to me. We've moved across the world, maybe learned a foreign language, and we don't have the same family support structures a local might have. Nevertheless, it's common for very large institutions to import workers from countries where Japanese yen may be worth more than their home country's currency. Still, hiring foreign workers is considered more of a risk for domestic companies. So, it's possible that you may even be offered less for the same job as a local. It's nothing to complain about. Rather, if you prove yourself and earn the trust of a company, things will improve. It does seem that the glass ceiling preventing foreigners from moving up in Japan is gradually disappearing. In fact, if you lean into your identity as a strength, there may be opportunities which will be uniquely presented to you, which are impossible for others. Japan is an amazing place to live and work. You may not find the highest salaries here, but you will find a very high quality of life. Also, if you're looking to learn Japanese, please inquire to GaijinPot Study. We've partnered with a number of our favorite Japanese language schools, and we can assist you with the enrollment and paperwork all for free. Learning Japanese is the best way to advance your life and career in Japan. Let's continue to Gaijin smash those glass ceilings with excellent work and by embracing the best elements of Japanese social responsibility and work ethics. So, take a look at some of the salaries advertised on GaijinPot jobs now and see, have we been accurate? Whatever you decide, we wish you the very best for your career in Japan. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and for melting together with us here at GaijinPot.